to below 30. And I was trying to test to see, hey, maybe below 30 I can still use it just to test, right? And I started, the moment I did like 4 moves, I felt like I had to throw up. I still feel dizzy to this point, and this was like hours ago. So I was like, alright, I can't do that. Tekken at under 30 frames per second when you're moving around and shit, dude, it'll fuck you up. But, yeah, I mean, hopefully they patch that. It would have really helped with these videos. So I'm going to be doing my usual of looking at RB Norway on the side and using the PS4 version so I can use jukebox mode.
Alisa Boskanovic.
Boskanovic? Isn't it Boskanovic? That's news to me.
Alisa Boskanovic.
Boskanovic. Boskanovic. Where are we gonna take this? Where did I put some music on? Boskanovic. Boskanovic.
Get ready for the next battle.
So even if Alisa hasn't changed much, I did never really learn too much about her, which is a common theme for me here. I get it, but I do remember a couple of things, but I never like really dived into her move list. I know she has some stances, destruction stance, which I think is the chainsaws, right? All right. So Alisa looks like she still has a really good backdash, or at least an okay one. Yeah. She doesn't really lean back, but the thing about Alisa is her stance. Her hands are down to her side and shit. She's not one of those. #1 supporter, Beta. I was hoping I would get to hear that today. I don't have an emo yet. I uploaded an emo, so they have to. That shit cracks me up. Thank you very much, Beta. I don't have an emote yet. I uploaded it, and I have to wait for them. It's pending still, so I have to wait for this fucking cable. It's like tangling up around my freaking stomach, and my arm. Anyway, it's still pending. It's gonna be that stupid little face you see with my tongue out with the pro. I appreciate it, Beta. Thank you very much. All right, back to the action. So yeah, she has her stance to her side. She doesn't have her stance like with her arms out, so you can't clip her arms. So I think that's part of why her backdash is so good. You know, like other characters, if their arms are sticking out, you would like maybe punch them from here. I don't know. It looks like she does have her hurt box sticking out a little bit. You see, it's not really touching anything. So maybe they compensated. I feel like this wasn't a thing before. I don't know. Either way it goes, she looks like she still has a pretty good sidestep. All right. So, with that out of the way, start from the top. One jab, like always, +1 on block, +8 on hits, 10 frames. And if she has a 1-1, this would be her 10-frame Punisher right here. I don't know if it jails. This has always been her 10-frame Punisher, though. I mean, I could have just tested this myself. So yeah, this doesn't jail, so you want to be careful with that, because, well, you don't really have to. It's not that big a deal. Use it mainly as a Punisher. Don't try to abuse this in the neutral too much. That's mixing up with mids, I guess. Whatever. But yeah, 1-1. Doesn't do as much damage as it used to. It says here -3 on block, +5 on hit. What's up, Zen? Interesting jiggle physics? Yes, she does have jiggle physics. Why? She's clearly like on a robot with a robotic shell. That's fucking weird. Anyway. So this used to do more damage, but it might just be that before, like in Tag 2, hits on the ground it did 135%. Now it's only 100%. So the numbers might be the same numbers wise, because it was like 31 damage or something before. 25 damage is still alright for a jab Punisher, you know. It's better than like your typical 1-2, which is 17, 18 damage. So it says here +5 on hit, -3 on block. Let's test. She has a 13 frame standing forward, doesn't she? Yeah, she does. Yeah, I remember that. So this is like Alisa it's like Alisa standing for, if I'm not mistaken. Which means it's gonna be really good when I get to that. But whoa, what did I do? Okay. Oh my. So what's already we might have bad frame data here unless I put it wrong. Oh, you could delay the second one, it looks like. You can put a little bit of delay on it, not much. You cannot input it after the first jab is swung. You can just put a bit of a delay up front. You have to commit either way. Anyway. Yeah, no, this is either that standing 4 is not really 13 frames, or this is not really -3 on block. We got a 14 frame. Well, let's test with a down forward. Wait, I'm doing the wrong thing, aren't I? I'm an idiot. Sorry, I had it backwards. You see, I'm still dizzy from before. I got it now. There it goes. Sorry, guys. It's the first move. Bear with me. Bear with me. What's going on, ninjas? How you doing, buddy? Anything in the chat? No? Okay. Alright. I make these mistakes often. Just scream at me in the chat, and if I catch it, I'll go back to the move. But sometimes, I get it in reverse when I record like this. So it is -3. It says +5. I think she has a 15 frame down forward too, so that'll be easy to test. I think that crushes high, so I'll have to go into a crouch jab. Wow, that's not a crouch jab. What's a crouch jab? Does she have an instant crouch jab? Down 1. Okay, down 1's her instant crouch jab. I'm not used to that. Usually down back 1 works. Okay. What's it gonna do? Oh yeah. Hit me. No, she has to do the 15 frame move. I'm testing it on hit. Okay. Ugh, down 1. Either that is not 15 frames. Is her hot kick 15? That should be 15. There we go. Good. Maybe it was a distance thing. Or her down 1 might be 11 frames. You don't know that yet. So there you go. +5 on hit, -3 on block. On counter hit, it says knockdown on the second hit. Oh, interesting. That's a reason to use it in the neutral. You go into destruction stance with 1-1-1 +2. Alright. So here we go. Already we go into the stance. Destruction or destructive, whatever it's called. Chainsaw stance, banned in Korea stance. Call it whatever you want. According to RB Norway, the frame data remains the same whether you go into it or not. Let's see if we got some frame data for that stance. You know what? We don't need the frame data for actual stance. I just have to test how it works. Let's just see what her options are instantly from that. That looks relatively slow. That looks kind of slow. Kick doesn't seem to do anything but rev them up, which might lead to other moves. I don't know. Alright, sorry about that. Forward 2 looks fast, but it's not going to hit anyone unless it's Gigas. Slow low. Slow low. That puts him away. So are these the only... Let's just look up the moves. DES stance. Destruction, destructive, whatever. Destructive form. There we go. Where's destructive form moves? Here it goes. So down +1/+2 to go into it. We got 1 and 2. Alright. During hit and follow up. Okay. Kick to rev them and shit. She has a 1+2. Okay. And a forward 1 and a forward 2. Forward 1+2. Okay. Forward 1. Forward 2. Okay. So... Is there any real mix-up in this stance? I don't see anyone use this, so I doubt it. But, let's see. Okay, so that you cannot jab. Okay, can you sidestep? Okay. So you can only sidestep, right? On hit? On block, it clipped me, too. Yeah, the first hit clips me at least. Wow, it's recovered too slow. There it goes. Okay, so that is punishable. Come on, man. Okay, no. It's only punishable in that situation because I sidestepped it, I guess. Alright. That was too slow. What happens if I swing at that, I wonder? It's the wrong button. If I swing at that, will I get hit? That's what I'm curious about. Okay, good. So that's only for like juggles and shit. Tall characters. Does Al still play Alisa? From my understanding, yes, he do. He do still play Alisa. I don't think that's gonna work for anything. Yeah, I didn't think so. House law. Yeah. Woo! Thanks, Rebel Rooster. Appreciate it. Alright. So destructive stance, that looked pretty fast. So this is going to be a situation where the only thing I cannot interrupt is a high. So she has to. That's a common thing with these stances. If you remember with Josie, when she transitioned into her stance, you could interrupt pretty much everything except for the high. But the thing is, she has so many plus frames that you couldn't instant crouch jab either to just shut down her stance. So this was also the case with was it Katarina? Yeah, Katarina. When her transitions into Harrier. Not on block, except unless you do down 2 on block, but on hit you cannot interrupt any of her Harrier 1, and also Harrier 1 is homing, so the Harrier 1 will stop you from pressing buttons so she could mix you up with the slower options. Although that one is way shittier than switch stance for Josie. So we might have a similar situation here, and I'm wondering now that we got 3 in a row of this, is this going to be a common theme with all these stance transitions? I'm not too sure. Look back at the move list here. Destruction form, where you at? So we got up +3/+4 also, but this is like the movement. Back +1. This is the backflip shit, right? How do I go into it? There's that. This is better than a normal side step, I know that. This is up and down 3/4 during the start the form, and back +3/4. And then she automatically does the fly dash. She runs otherwise, unless you go too further away. I always thought that was cool about Alisa, that she, like, when her run has that unique fly gliding animation. Like, I think that kind of stuff is cool about her, but everything else, I don't know. Clock setting, that's a slow low. Oh, was it down? Yeah, this is all slow. This is like the fastest mid, for sure. Okay, so I'm gonna revisit this when I get to that. I don't want to get stuck on jabs into this for this long. So next we got 1-2. This is frame rate is a little worse than your typical 1-2 because 1-2's jail, so you're not gonna duck the second 1-2. So this is better. They're like, it makes them kind of better for like a neutral situation because this could be ducked, right? And has a big delay in between. But 1-2, hers usually they're -1. Hers, according to this, is -2. -2. She has a 12 frame move, right? She has a standing 2 with 12 frames. Yeah, -2. Yeah, her head bomb grab is pretty cool. Alright, thanks a lot, Rebel. Take it easy. I know he's still there, but appreciate it. Alright, so that is -2. 1-2, and it's only +4, it says here. I don't have access to it. Oh, I do. Standing 3. There you go. +4 on hit. Alright, and then we got 1-2, of course, and then 1-2 charge. And then the charge gives her a launch. This is a move that a lot of new players like abuse a bit too much. I wouldn't. This is like not a natural combo. I'm not even sure if it's natural on counter hit. and there's only like it's only this and to that, right? And the problem is there's like a noticeable like is delay the right word? There's a noticeable animation quirk when you use stuff like this that don't have like built-in. There's not like a built-in mid to mix it up with, right? So like I guess that you would think that that means you could go this into a mid and people will fall for that. No. Maybe if you mix in the delay, but not really. She has 1, 2, 4 as a high, so there's no real mix-up here. So just to show, right? So I actually wonder what is this on block. It says -11, so it's actually okay-ish on block. The thing is, people low parry it all the time, so it's like fucking whatever. Even if the jabs hit me, you can low parry it. And that's without delay. So that's the problem. That low has a delay built in. So if you try to do like some shit like that, there's a visual. You see the quirk and animation? I don't have to buy into that shit. See, I was too slow there, bro. Whoops, too slow again. So basically, if you play a lot of Alisa and then you get really used to seeing, if somebody starts abusing this string, you get used to seeing it, and then the less, the more and more that happens, the more it becomes a gimmick, right? Oh, you're out, beta? Alright, no problem. You know where this is going after I'm done in the YouTube downstairs. Thanks for the sub again. My #1 sub. Anyway. On hit, this is +2. She have a 12 frame hit? No, she don't. That's a 12 frame high. Alright, well this is +2 and then it leaves her crouching, I think? No, it doesn't. Okay, that's interesting, so I can test this easily. Yeah, +2 on hit. If she charges it, is it more unsafe? No, it's actually less unsafe. That's pretty interesting. I don't know if she gets a juggle after it. Like, does she? Looks like she recovers fast enough. Yeah, she does. Instant while standing forward, so it's probably something easier. How do you do the head thing? Oh, you can just go right into it. Okay. Alright, you can just go right into it. Okay. And you get a juggle. So that's only -10 when she charges it, apparently. But that makes it very visual. Like, I can fuzzy and then still get it. Right? Anyway. Ah, too slow. Yeah, -10. Interesting. I never do that. I always try to punish that when it gets charged. If I block it, but usually I low parry it. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that that's useless. But it's something that you don't want to rely on. You want to rarely use that string and that low. Make it like a little pocket sand strat that you throw on during certain moments. When people least expect it, especially if you're doing a lot of 1-2 jab pressure, I guess. And then 1, 2, 4. This is a tailspin string. Combo and counter hit. I doubt it. I would have known by now if this was but that 4 in the end does. Yeah, there you go. Yet another thing that makes her 1-2 buff, right? So you have this like safe on block counter hit juggle starter. They press buttons after a 1-2. That's not a high crush. And then you got a low. Right? And then the low on counter hit. That gives her juggle too, doesn't it? Yeah. So she has a counter hit high. It's not too bad on block. It's 1, 2, 4. No, I tested that already then. It's not. Oh, if the 2 hits. Okay. Maybe. That's usually the case for these. Yeah. But I think it's 1-2 jails. So that's one of those like it'll work out for you if you're like too far out and the 1 whiffs and the 2 connects, or if you're up close and let's say they sidestep to her right and you hold forward 1-2, the 1 whiff and then the 2 clips them, and then boom, they get wall splatted or whatever. So yeah, that's a nice little bonus, I guess. So yeah, that's 1-2-4, right? And then the high in the end is not homing. It's not homing like her standing forwards, even though it's basically the same move otherwise. Maybe not in frame even. 1-2-4 it says here is -5. I'm curious if it pushes back. Ooh, can't sidestep it. Oop. Like Jin. Alright. Oops. Oof, also stops from sidestepping. Okay, I was curious if you could cross step. Alright, so you can't sidestep, you can't cross jab. Yeah, there you go. Exchange for the hop kick. Negative, it has the spark without the string. Either way it goes, it tracks, because, yeah, it doesn't have sparks. It has some, I don't know. It doesn't have, like, sparks like that does. It's a little weird. It might just be a Alisa quirk, I don't know. Either way it goes, I thought you were going to be able to sidestep that string. Like that last, well, I take it back. Way to prove me wrong. I mean, yeah, if it were homing, it would hit me there, right? How about setting up like this? Yeah. Yeah, it definitely tracks. It's like Jin's 1-2-4. It's not a homing move on paper, but it might as well be. It tracks. Yeah, no. It at least on RB Norway it doesn't say. But it tracks very reliably. So I mean that's all you really need to see, right? 1-2-4. No, tailspin, not homing. So like, how much is that for in the end? 21 damage, 24 damage. Standing 4 is a really good move. Alright, well anyway, next on the list here we got 2 and then 2-3. 2 has 12 frame startup. Part of a string. Not a natural combo at all. The 2-4 is. The 2-4 would be our 12 frame Punisher, but you cannot hold forward during it, so you're limited to whatever the range is up front. Even though it looks like it should be a mid punch. So there's also wall splats. 2-4. 2-4 has the same frame data as 1-2-4. Except in the case of 1-2-4, the 2 needs a counter hit for the 4 to combo, as you can see there. But for 2-4, it don't. The 31 damage knockdown. They fly a little bit to her left. It's worth noting. And then she has 2-3-3. Yep, that's wasn't that old bound string? And he turned it to a tailspin string. Wow, weird. Yeah, that's the tailspin. There you go. 2-3-3. In the neutral situation, that is a counter hit string. There you go. And then wall splats. 2-3-3, high mid mid. She jumps. She floats. She's floating in the air too, and it's only -10 on block. Not bad. 2 bites up ain't much. Real tracking. Like I said, it might as well be tracking. Okay, so no tracking at all on the string. Well, on this, damn right there's tracking. Of course it wall splats. You talking about 2-4? Or the, oh, you talking about the counter hit string. 12 frame counter hit string doesn't wall splat. Yep, it sure does. I remember getting hit by this before and wondering. It's like there's not too many like 3-hit counter hit strings like this. It does low damage though. Like it's only like what is it, 39 for a 12 frame counter hit string. That's it's not bad, but it's not like oh my god the end of the world, you know. Unfortunately though, it's not super punishable either, and they are mid, so you can't duck them like you could for Lee's 2-2-3 or anything like that, right? It's a pretty good string. Let's see if this data is right though. Right? Ha ha ha. Alright. So yeah. I get a, it says negative 10 to negative 11. I'm getting 10 frames, but not 12 frames. So I would assume negative 11 is probably right. And even if she just stops at the second hits. Negative 10. Same, pretty much the same thing. That's not a punish. Sitting here, but it's not a punish. So then, is it counter hit confirmable? This might be counter hit confirmable. I could delay that third hit and it still combos. Yeah. And the second and third hit are natural combo on normal hit, as you can see here, right? Yep. So what that means is, if you want to counter hit confirm this, you just gotta watch for that second hit to connect. If that second hit connects, you go for the third hit. So like, you could test that here, you know, random counter hit, right? I've never been good at this kind of stuff. Too much delay. Anyway, if you're sharp, yeah, if you're sharp, you could do it. I've never ever in my life practiced this kind of counter shit though. Right. And that might be worth practicing if you're an Alisa player, because a 12 frame counter hit string that you could confirm is pretty good. That wall splats too, I think that's pretty good. And 2, 3, 4. Ah, yes. Oh, the mix up. Oh man, okay. Now we're getting into some annoying shit. That low is super unsafe. Holy shit. Oh man. You know what? Yeah, I want a recording of that though. But first of all, there's already one tell. She's forced to delay it. interrupted to float her. You could easily launch punish this. But anyway, you can easily sidestep it even though I didn't just do it there. So this one you cannot sidestep. But there's no mix-up here. That pause is the giveaway. Alright, you get the idea. So because she cannot delay that low according to the RB Norway is negative 19 to 16 on block, depending on the range. And it knocks down on normal hit, on counter hit. Turn this on. Yeah, it doesn't even... Can she convert? Not even a free follow-up. Maybe she gets a free follow-up at best. Like something like that. Maybe not that. That was a little slow. Way too slow. Alright, so down back 3 seems like it's guaranteed. Unless they side roll or something. Let's see. Nope, it's too fast. You can't even start the side roll. And this option sucks for the AI, but... Yeah, she can't even start the animation of getting up before that connects. So down back 3 definitely seems free. Unless there's a combo there, I don't know. It doesn't seem like it because none of it is comboing on the side. Like, if your down 4 isn't going to combo, then I doubt she's going to get any sort of combo off of that, right? Alright. So either way, this is some gimmicky shit. I don't know. Like 2-1, 2-3-4 is fucking whatever. 2-3-3 is good. That's a good string. Very good string. And I already tested 2 has no tracking, the 2-3 has no tracking, that's sliding and any fucking tracking. And then 2 4s and 12 frame punish. So that's that whole series of moves. Scroll down. Excuse me. Oh yeah, let me test this on block real quick. Nope, keeps her not much pushback there, so keeps it right in her face. Let's record. Yeah, she can't even escape the jab. Yeah, so not enough pushback to really do anything with it, even though it's -5. 2-4. Yeah. Okay, so standing 3 is next. This is a 12 frame mid, or 12 damage. Sorry, 14 frame mid. 14 frame mids are always good. And then 3-2. Is that a natural combo? A normal hit? It is. Alright, natural combo, normal hit, 14 frame mid to get you into destructive stance, whatever. -9 on block, only +1 on hit though. Is +1 enough to interrupt? No. Alright. Interesting. That might be 10 frames. Because my jab is beating it, but my, oh, sorry. That's not 10 frames. What am I saying? assuming this transition on hit is +1, that high is I think 12 frames. Alright? Put it this way, my 12 frame loses, but my 10 frame beats her out, right? So if I had an 11 frame move, it would exchange. So that's a 12 frame change, so assuming this data is right. On block, this is supposed to be -9, so I don't even know if she can block this. I'm assuming she can. Yep. Alright. I don't know about -9 specifically, but it's definitely pretty bad on block, right? +1 on hit, nothing on counter hit. Alright, let's test the tracking on the 3. Okay, it still connects, even if they get caught sidestepping. Okay, so only at +1. At +1, you got some bootleg tracking. At -2, not so much. Alright. Do a little sidestep though. Pretty good. Okay. Left side walk right. Yeah, for the jab side walk beats it though. There's not really much tracking, but it seems like one of those where you do a little slight sidestep left, you'll make it track really well to your left that way. We just tack on a tiny little minimal frame inputs, sidestep to your left. Alright. Safe on block, destruction form, you can block during it. Can you low parry in that form? Huh. You cannot low block in destruction form. Interesting. You can't even duck. Let me see something. So that's why they made those side steps so good. Oh, that's tricky. So what a weird stance. So it has above average side steps, maybe not so much backdash, but side steps because she cannot low block. And it seems like she's floating, so I might float over lows too. Hard to tell. If you have a fast mid-homing move, anytime she goes into that stance, it would stop her from moving or pressing buttons, that's for sure. But in the case of something like Kazuya, you'll get punished for it, won't you? Also, when she blocks in that stance, she goes back into regular, doesn't she? Yeah, she loosens it when she blocks, so she's not stuck. So that's I was wondering, because if she did it, then you would do a jab into a low or some shit, those strings that have lows built into them, and it would hit her for free. Alright. Interesting stuff. Learning a lot already, man. I ain't know about a lot of this shit. Next is standing 4. So just like, yeah, it is. It's like Elisa's. Elisa's. 13 frames. Counter hit juggle starter. Knockdown on normal hit. Only -5 on block. Just like Elisa's. One of the best in the game. Easily one of the best one moves in the game. Has good range too. Look at that. So like at the round start. Yeah. At the round start, you're pretty much at the tip. This is basically the tip range of this move. If I move back even a little bit, look, whiffs. Otherwise, bam, bam, whiffs. So at least versus Alisa, this is the tip range of the move. So if you're fighting against an Alisa player that's like at the round start, it's always this. Oh, sorry, at the round start, it's always this. Remember this. All you gotta do is hold back a little bit. You know, with the new backwalk animation, you can actually cover a little bit of distance fairly, well, faster than before with the stupid shuffle step we used to have before, right? Not holding back. This fucking cable, like constantly moving it to the side. All right. It's not much to say. Like -5 on block. I don't need to test side step because it's a homing move. It's also a tailspin move, and it's good damage. Like, in a lot of instances, unless she has some high damage follow-up, it might just be more worth it to go right into that and then continue your juggle. Because it's like, I don't know about her juggles yet, obviously, but it's like, what else are you going to do that's going to have that kind of damage? That's your first hit post-launch, you know? That's pretty much, look, it's more damage than that. Usually this is really high. This is less damage than a lot of other characters. Most of the time, this is 25 damage. Hers is only 20, that's interesting. She doesn't have a proper... Maybe, but that also knocks away. So yeah, standing 4 is fucking good. Easily top 5 move for Alisa. Next is 1+2. So alright, this is interesting. Alright, when I tested this in Tag 2, I talked earlier about this. You might have heard that hop kicks need X amount of frames to crush. This is a safe on block low crush, right? It is very slow, obviously. It's not plus on block like capital punishment for King is, but point is -5. But this low crush is super fucking fast. So let's see if I can test it off of this. I don't know if this will work, but jab on hit, it's a crouch jab. It's probably not gonna work. Right, so I can't do that. Yeah, so that's definitely not gonna work. What about jab on hit into down back 3? Yeah, so that hits me at an up 4-4. See? Not off of that though. So then this is the other trade-off. If the low that you jump over is a high crush low, that's probably gonna happen. If it's a low that keeps him standing though, I don't know if this is fast enough, but to really... Yeah, I can still crush that. But point being, if it was a fast low, see, that keeps you standing, chances are you're gonna go over and win out. It's a big-ass read, though. But still, it's worth knowing. Not that you should be like mashing on fucking -8 like a fucking fiend, right? But knowing that, you know, it crushes that fast, it puts you airborne pretty fast too. So let's see something. What happens? Will this hit me out of the air? No, it looks like it didn't. It would do a lot less damage if it hit me out of the air. Hit me on hit. See, there, hit me out of the air. See, it's like half damage. See? It's like half damage. While, otherwise... It's gotta be a counter hit for you to see the difference. It's basically at the second G of my name. Right now, it's before the B of my tag. So yeah, it's doing less damage. So So it's doing the 70%. So knowing that it puts you airborne that fast, depending on the matchup, depending on the button that's pressed, the risk reward changes. You might not eat too much damage. And there's no tracking on this kind of move, obviously. It's too slow. So it's gonna be like Whiff City. Right? See? Go all the way over there and anyway, let's test -5. Just to be sure here. Alright. Resets. Yeah, -5. Any damage is cool. She discards the arms on block. Anyway, next we got forward +2. This is a popular one right here. It's a little slow. She goes into that. It's 17 frame startup apparently. This looks like it tracks well if I already guessed though. I don't know. Wow, that doesn't combo on normal hit. That's a shitty track. Oh, that's a counter hit juggle starter. Okay. Forward 2-1, but it's horrible on block with some pushback. It's forward 2-1 +2. Wait, that's not forward 2 +2. There goes that. Forward 2-3. Okay. Counter hit. Okay. Forward 2-3 forward. What did that do? Oh, interesting. So you don't go into destructive form. Oh no, she does a little spin. What the fuck? What the hell is that? What is that extra spin? I don't know what that's about. That's a weird. I don't know. If you press forward, she has that spin. What the fuck? What is that? Forward 2-3. It's not on her move list. Maybe it has to do with the rage drive. I don't think so. Whatever. Forward 2-3. Is that why it fakes out the mid? Maybe. I don't know. Alright, is this a counter hit string? It is. She has another counter hit string. Okay. And once again, this is -10 on block, just like the other one. But this one is 17 frame starter, but it is a mid on the start. And it wall splashed from that far. Holy shit. And this is a lot of damage. 42. Well, it's not that much more than the other one, but let's see if you could. Same animation. Doesn't seem like you could confirm. Doesn't seem like you could confirm it at all. You have to commit. You have to be hitting the third kick when the second one is connecting. It won't let you otherwise. Is it a combo ender? Maybe. Or like, I don't know. It does push back, but it looks shitty as wall carry. And damage-wise, it's not that amazing. Like even on counter hit, the whole thing is what 42. The whole thing is 42 on counter hit. I don't know if I would call it a combo ender or combo extender even. I think forward 2 by itself. I've seen forward 2 use as a poke. I don't know why. It's slow. So it might be tracking. Yeah. Keep that going. Yeah, so it tracks fairly well. So it tracks really well to her right, as it looks like it should. She's like doing a little mid-hook kind of thing with a spin. So I guess. It's slow, though. It's slow. I don't know. So I'm gonna, it does have a counter hit juggle starter attached to it. So if you try to move after it, get blown up. It's also there, so if you duck this, second hit. The third hit combos if the second hit connects. Interesting. It's the same knockdown. Alright, so the thing about this string is, if you're gonna do it, maybe just commit to the third hit every time. The second hit connects. It's safer on block, which is to say it's -10, while the second hit is, the second hit is -8, I'm sorry. It's -12 if you do this little extra spin there, that one. This is safe. This, can't even do it properly. There it is. That's unsafe. I don't know why that's there. Well, I know why, but it's shitty. Let's see if there's any pushback that'll fuck up the block punch. Nope. So even though that second hit is a high, I'd rather not risk getting juggled. I just block. The second hit is -8. Yeah. The second hit is safe. It looked like it lost distance on that last hit. Not sure. By the way, you want to be careful with fists. That's the one you gotta watch out for. That's the one I want to test. The block. Oh, that pushback. I don't know what her long-range juggle starter would be. I mean, that's a decent long-range puncher right there, right? Up 3-2. And that's pretty slow too, so, and it punish. So it's you gotta have something with range to punish that though. Sidestep that at all. Yeah, it definitely covers her up well if you try to sidestep. Alright, forward 2-1. Forward 2 just go right into destructive. This is actually a really good way to go into the stance. It's +7. Still -4. So, a 13 frame move exchanged with her launcher. What up, gay cat? Alright, so, I mean, I guess if you're gonna use that, apparently that's also -4. She can move really fast after it's blocked through, which means she can easily make you whiff. So that's probably one of the better ways to go into that stance, I guess. Alright, that's the forward 2 stuff. Next we got forward 3. Wow. Wait. That's natural? Oh, wow. So she has a 14 frame juggle starter. What's up, Jibble? Thanks a lot, man. Alright, so this is a really good move. This is a 14 frame high juggle starter, which is a rarity, and hers is easy as hell to execute. She's forward 3-2. It's not like Brian where you have to do forward back 2, or Lars, same thing, forward back 2-1. Although Lars is a mid and a lot of range. This is pretty good range. Pretty much at the round start. Back a little more. Yeah. This, some of the range are her standing 4. Basically, you move back a little bit, it whiffs, but if you don't, it connects. And whatever the hell the juggle is, you have to commit to the chainsaw stance for the juggle. Alright, so on block, it says this is -4. Huh. I wonder. Probably was in jail. Wow. Is this right? What would her follow-up out of that be? Ah, there it is. I mean, even if that's all that she got, that's 58 damage for 14 frames. I'm sure she has something better, but that's fucking cheap. And she's only -4 on block? What else could she do than that? That's shitty. That fucks up the scaling, even if it did combo. What was that? Huh. So there's like a big hit in the end there that's not connecting in that specific instance. Alright, gotta revisit that shit later. Forward 3-2 is a fucking good move. So definitely no, whatchamacallit, mid. And so you got forward 3, 1 + 2. No, there you go. Huh, is that a natural combo? You kidding me? Only -13? Really? Huh. How can I test this? +1, 15 frames. Alright, I know a way to test this, just to be sure. Hop kick after that. Wait, it's back 3 or back 4 3? That's definitely 14 frames. Alright. Unless her hop kick is 16 and I didn't know. Oh boy. Alright. 4, 3, 1 + 2. That's a juggle starter that's apparently only -13. There has to be something here that I'm not thinking of. If she's at -13, right, but she's stuck in chainsaw stance, will that mean you could punish her with like a slow low and she will be unable to sidestep it instead of just going for 13 frames? hitting back three. Alright, so let's try this. So that's the regular punish right there, right? Okay, definitely not 14. But if she tries to move, the 14 does hit her. So there's not a window there for her to do that. The low will connect, right? Definitely not slow lows though. So you gotta commit to the 14, to the 13, sorry. Negative 13. Once you were unable to block in that stance. I'm amazed I don't see this move more often. Or maybe I have been seeing it the whole time, but I haven't been paying attention. Or maybe there's something that I'm missing here about this move. Man, is this new? Is this like a Tekken 7 thing? Alright. That shit's cheap. What about she goes the other way? Alright, so the tracking of the low doesn't matter. She'll actually counter hit her if she tries to side step. Virtual fighter style. Alright, so forward 3, amazing fucking move. Forward 3 by itself is shitty. Negative on the hit. So if you're gonna use forward 3, come into the follow up. Negative 14 on block. That's it. Punish. Man, this move alone makes you want to play Alisa. This and that. Those two moves. And then that's all I need, that low poke. Alright, so forward 3, 1+2. Mid launcher, negative 13 on block. Forward 3, 2. Oh, sorry. Forward 3, 1+2. High mid launcher. Negative 13 on block. Forward 3, 2. High launcher. Negative 4 on block. You'd think they would have made the mid option a fucking launch punish, but they usually do that for this kind of thing. This is like a very rare thing. And it's attached to a 14 frame move, man. That's fucking nuts. Alright, forward 4. This is part of that string where she kicks your head at you, right? Kicks her head at you, sorry. A natural combo. I always thought this was a counter hit combo. Of course, just doesn't do anything else, so you have to commit to the string. This is a homing move. The first hit. The startup on this is 16 frames here. It is negative 12 though, so you can't really use this by itself. That's like a mid homing poke, really. Negative 2 on hit too, so range is good. Similar ranges to the other stuff, except a little more maybe. She is clipping when I move back a bit. So this is something I always wondered about this. It says this is negative 14 to plus 12 because of the pushback, obviously. Oh yeah, alright, let's see what we got here. Roll forward. Oops. That breaks your guard, your neutral guard. You gotta block it. Alright, I feel like this used to push you back. I might be remembering things wrong. But, it's not negative 14. Not even negative 13. Negative 12. So it's definitely like very variable because she's kicking her head at you. So if you were somehow able to maybe get up and only block the second hit into the third hit, or is it a high? It is a high, and if that happens, there you go. That second hit pushes you back to make it safer. I always wondered about that. I always knew there was something up with this move. Still got the jab punish though. Yeah, no matter how far, if you have a jab that reaches, you can block that second hit at the tip and still get it. And here it's like plus on block if she hits it from far away. I guess if you block it from far away rather. So variable frame data on this thing. The other be pretty fast stuck on it though. Damn. Is she tech jumping? No, she's not. Can't sidestep the second hit. Yeah, that string is pretty good. I mean, that doesn't mean abuse it or anything like that, but it's a solid way to catch people stepping during a homing move. Because it seems like I'm having some real trouble getting like a launch punish if I duck that high. I mean, you could do it, I guess, if you don't suck like me. Yeah, you have to be real fast. But it is a homing move, and it all combos on normal hit. So, how about off axis? Even off axis, huh? Yeah, no matter what, it combos. Alright, so the first hit is -12. No punish. No punish. Okay, so -12. The second hit is -9. Ooh, block's done, huh? Alright. So -9 on the second hit. But pushes back, so -9 is fine. Like if I were to put her to backdash. Yeah. You can backdash away if you try to chase her down, which could set you up to get launched if you're not careful. Next is forward +1+2. So this is a popular one. This is like a great mid-range tool, really fast, 14 frames. But it is unsafe. It does a ton of damage and it's +7 to +9 on hit with pushback. Hop kick is good. Ooh. Alright, well, maybe not that great. That's enough for that. So it sets up your 14 frame launcher so it can't sidestep it. You can't backdash it either. You have to block it. Ooh, wait. Is this? Spacing. Up close. Okay. Thing is, more often than not, you're going to connect from about this range. So I'd rather not, not let any variables get in the way, right? Just make sure play it safe and just assume that they'll be able to backdash. This is a move that you don't use up close. You use it like from this range. It's still good, but if they happen to block it at the max range or get hit by it, sorry. Seems like everything has similar range for her. Yeah. Alright. About up close. Okay, that's what made that reliable. It's probably reliable too. Yep. So if you're fighting against Alisa and they're using that move, if you're anticipating that move from this range, and if you happen to get hit by it, remember what you see here. You could like try to backdash for free essentially, and you're probably gonna be mostly okay unless she chases you down with like that slide low, whatever the fuck that low. Wow, it's a weird move. She has that stupid slide low. I don't know the input though. Let me test one more thing. Backdash. Alright, so. Oh. That's the low I was thinking about, yeah. So essentially, when you get hit by this, even up close. There you go. So when you get hit by this from like this mid-range, like a backdash is going to be your safe bet, and maybe try to react to that if you can. But still, even if that hits you, better that than like any launcher is, you know what I'm saying? When you're trying to sidestep and shit. He has a follow-up for that shit. There it is. Oh, why do that after that? Oh, that did a lot of damage actually. That's 31 damage, so that's definitely the follow-up you want to do after that. Okay. Or you can counter her confirm. Go for that instead for less damage. Alright, so forward 4, good string. Forward 1 plus 2, good move, but negative 12 to negative 10 on block. Oh yeah, I know that. I was just saying, you talk about this? This follow-up, you're saying? Yeah, I know. That's not how you use that move. I was using it there as a suggestion for like counter hit bait. Next was testing the punishment. I got the negative 12 there. There it is. There it is. Okay, so that's negative 10. So if you block it up close, it's negative 12. But if you block it from like the range that keeps saying that it should be used, that you're probably going to see it used most often, just assume negative 10. Assume negative 10. Don't take any risks. Don't risk a whiff against this character. Unless you have a really good eye for that stuff. I certainly don't. So that's a really good move. And then she has this follow-up to go into the fly. According to this follow-up puts her at +3 to +5. She's right in your face with that. So then she has that string. She could go into fly without chainsaws, or she could go into it with chainsaws. Depending on if you hold forward. So forward +1 +2 into 3 +4 without chainsaws. Forward +1 +2 into forward +3 +4 with chainsaws. That looks like fat. That's pretty fast. That's when I think I've seen that before. Ooh, no jab for you. So 14 frame mid exchange with her. Don't go high against that though. Crouch jab didn't work either, obviously. Ooh, I wonder how fast that mid is. That hit her out of it. So I'm assuming it's 13 frame mid. Maybe 12 frames. That could be cool if she has 12 frame mid. Oh, jab exchange with that one. So this is gonna beat you out for doing that quick mids. So I'm thinking if you don't really have to buy into this. 1-2-1. Yeah, it's not a counter hit string. Fly. During boot, abort. Is it boot? Yeah, it's boot. Okay. 1-2-1, 3+4. 1-2-1. No. Linear elbow. That looks cool. She flies with her elbow out. That looks cool. Is that a high? It's a mid. Okay. Camera. And the low. Okay, so then it becomes, what is the real risk of challenging the mid? You're not gonna get launched, so at worst you'll get counter hit for whatever the frame advantage is. Oh, I didn't want to change things. Can you challenge that? Is my question. Okay. If you were unable to challenge that elbow, that would be way more of a deterrent than just getting hit by the 1-2. It's the string. That's what I was worried about. At the very least, what I could say about this is if you were to chime the quick mid, it goes under the mid. But it's not counter hitting you because it's not interrupting him. That does floater though. I could convert this. Come on, Dragon style. Too slow. Oh, maybe she can't. There you go. Three, maybe? Well, anyway, I'm sure you can get much better stuff than that. So you can float her with a cross jab. So we're back at the cross jab. But then she has... That's gonna fucking blow you up for the cross jab. Alright, so let's test one more thing. Damn, I was worried about that. We have a more reliable mid that's slower. 14, I think it's 14 frames. Okay, that it exchanges with the elbow, so we know that that's slower. How much slower? 15 frames, so maybe 1 or 2 frames slower. So the low is very slow, right? No, it's not, sorry. Fucking mid-crushing lows. Alright. Damn it. Oh, man. Can you sidestep? What's going on, Lancelot? I'll test the sidestep in a second. I hate this kind of shit. I hate it when I see a low that goes under a mid. That shit always pisses me off, but whatever. Alright. So I'm gonna assume that you'll be able to sidestep the bigger options, but not the faster options, right? These are the fast ones, right? If I recorded it right? Okay. Alright, that's the elbow. I think this was the mid-mid punches, right? No, that's the elbow. What is this? I recorded it twice. Okay, let me record the punches. Alright, so I'm gonna assume that if this hits you, you're not gonna be able to sidestep, right? I'm gonna assume that you're not able to sidestep any of it if it hits you. That's what I'm testing. I'm testing on hit, if you could escape the mix-up. On block, of course you're gonna escape the mix-up, right? It's an unsafe move. Look at that. Let's test this. Okay. Sidestep right. Ooh, maybe not. That's a block. Alright, if you can... You won't punish it though. But at least you'll get away from the mix-up on him. That's what I wanted to know. So then what ends up happening, so the sidestep right seems good, because then this is, you're only going to once again risk being hit by this, and in this case not counter hit. Right, see? That's going to hit you, and that's it. And the thing is, I don't think you could cancel it into stand block in time without getting away from the low. The low's gonna clip you. Maybe not. And this might be character dependent. This is something that if you're testing shit against Alisa, with your character, I would recommend trying this. Sidestep right and cancel it into a back. This might kill off every option. Fast. Quite difficult to do in the heat of a match. You have to be part anticipating it to be ready for it. This is like when I went through Kazumi stuff and then the knee, when I found out the knee on block into the follow-ups, that the low was the only thing that tracks. I was like, oh, low to a low, sidestep it to a low parry, right? You know, good luck doing that in the heat of a match. You need some anticipation. You need to think that move is coming now. Get ready for it, right? Unless you drill this shit for hours to the point where you're like, automatically reacting this way, I guess. But you want to do that just against this one setup where she could choose to also go into chainsaw form. You know? I don't know how this is gonna blow up chainsaw form follow-ups. So the one thing I can say, chainsaw form doesn't seem to have any, in that stance doesn't seem to have any lows. These look kind of slow. This looks the fastest, though, which is weird because it's the launcher. Whew. That's a big one. That's one you want to chase down. Maybe not second hit, but you'll get something for sure. In the back, in the rear. Ooh. You could probably get the charge if that hits you in the rear. I think that might, maybe not actually. You could turn around in time for that. That's not guaranteed either, but either way it goes. So yeah, now that I know, unless there's another sidestep, another chainsaw option here, if she commits to any of the buttons, you're good with the sidestep right into block, it looks like, when this hits you. That's only if she's committing to the stance. It's not a good idea to sidestep on this regularly. If she just hits you and you sidestep, you're gonna get murked. You gotta be careful. Alright, that was a lot. The forward 1+2, definitely a really good move for her. A way for her to get in on you, or just a good whiff punish. Really good whiff punish. You know, just bam, when something whiffs. But it is unsafe on block. And even more unsafe, I'm sure, if she were to follow it up into her chainsaw or whatever fly stance. Because like with on block, it's like, you know, easy. That's, look, it still says punish. Let's go into the other fly too. Still says punish. Alright, so you can always do your 13 frame punish, no matter what. Oh, sorry. You can always do your 12 frame punish. 10 frame punish. 10 frame punish. Sorry. It says negative 16 to 14 if she commits to the stances. So, but the regular fucking forward 1+2, double palm thrust, whatever that shit is, that's negative 10 to negative 12. And the testing before was the spacing fucked it up. So, negative 10. Always do negative 10. Let's see, commit like a crazy person. Alright, down forward 1 is 13 frames. And her down forward 1 goes into follow-up, so it's shittier on block than most. So, negative 6 it says here, plus 5 for this. Damn. Can she delay that? That's weird. Ah, her supercharge goes to chainsaw. So that's a counter hit string, which is kind of weird because it's shitty damage. It forces crouch. It says here at plus 5. Oh, counter hit the second hit knocks down. Free follow up. Damn, not even a combo. Is that a high? Oh, I thought I was seeing things. Weird. What's this about? That's a combo on normal hit for a ton of damage. Holy shit. And then it puts her at +6 on block? Really? Oh, man. That's what that shit is about. I feel like I've pressed buttons during this, not knowing that this was plus. And pushback. Not fast enough. There it goes. Okay, so that one loses. Okay, jabs lose here. Good, big whiff. Big whiff, okay. So on hit, it says +8. +6 on block, +8 on hit. It's a good string. But if you abuse it too much, it's going to be whiff city. Wow, that delay makes it weird. Also, okay, so now we know. Alright. So, usually when you see a string with 2 options and then one is really fucking good like that, but it comes out with a delay automatically, like, there's no way. That's as fast as the second it comes out. So you can interrupt it. But they'll attach counter hit properties to a mid option, right? Because it's a high, but it's also slow. So if you get people mashing after this, that's when this comes into play with the hard knockdown, right? Which you could probably get a floor break out if I were to guess, right? And it's a real cheap way to go into that stance. What about low? That's way too slow. That was like a faster low, but still slow. Yeah, too slow. On hit, though, you're good. And you're swinging in the totally wrong direction. Can you hop kick? You can still hop kick it, though. Okay. Also, what's a backdash in both situations? That's another thing about a lot of plus on block like that. Backdash, once again, I'll have you covered. Not on hit though. Too many frames. Not against that low at least. Tracks. Trying to side step down, sidewalk. Yeah, okay. So if it works on block, it's gonna work on hit too. So that low, you ain't going nowhere. Might as well do it. Yeah, I tested that already, right? Okay. The range that fucks it up. Alright, so that low is really the only thing stopping you from sidestepping, it seems like. Depending on the spacing. As it pushes back. So, this is actually just plus. Down forward 1-1 by itself is +1 on a block. I just learned you can sidestep the second hit, but of course you can't because of the delay. Oof, not that way though. Alright. So what about the mid? Okay, so the mid stops sidesteps too. The mid covers you for every other situation. The mid is safe. -9. What am I doing? I'm doing this. Okay, so the mid is safe. So that's a pretty good move. And that makes this an okay poke. The range is kind of shit. But, you know, just that alone is really good. And then if you want to, like, commit to the chainsaw shit, that's still good. So that's why this by itself is -6, unlike a lot of other 13 frame pokes, which tend to be, you know, -1, -2, or -3. You got some good follow-ups. Next we got down forward 2, 16 frames. I was right. Does it launch crouch? It don't launch crouch. He's countering, so it's one of those. So it's like Leo's, right? The launch is standing. Okay range. Yeah, pretty good range. 1.5 maybe. About 1.5 side back dashes. And according to this is negative. Where are you? Oh, it is safe on block. So it's one of those safe on block ones. So it follows the rules of, let's say, Law and Paul, but with more range, which is kind of fucked up. Poor Leo. Not that Leo has any trouble. Like Leo's fine with that. You know, Leo's got a lot of shit going on. Let's check the tracking on this. Tracks really well to her right. Yeah. Well, a step at least. Walk not so much. Alright. So not much to her left, but to her right it tracks pretty well. Step at least, not walk. So that's down forward 2, safe on block. Cheap. Next is down forward 3. Okay, this is a popular one. I see a lot of Alisa players throw out randomly. Mid load. Natural on normal hits, huh? Is that so? Could put a delay on it, but that stops it from comboing. Kind of. You can almost hit confirm it. Not really. Yeah, you can't really hit confirm it. But it is natural. It's +1, and it's only -12 on block. This is a pretty good string. Pretty good string to chip away at people with. But it could be low parried, so it's got its limitations. Also, this is -9, so that's gimmicky shit. It's not that good. If it were like better on block, I'd say it'd be good. If you delay it, I can low parry. 12 low, only +1, knockdown on counter hit. Oh, don't stand up after that. Ooh. All sorts of fucked up shit will happen to you. You probably ducked that. Even in the rear of that, you can avoid that if you hold down back. She probably does, I guess, something like guaranteed though. Whatever the fucking other slide is, right? Is it the fly? Right. Now that I know how linear this stuff is, I'm not going to be as afraid of sidestepping it. Is that 100 damage? Wow, that doesn't take her scaling? Alright, so that was that 4-3D, right? So we're gonna test +1. How would I test +1? 13 frames, beating out 12 frames. Or exchanging, rather. Yeah. Alright, so yeah, that's +1. So it's not even as scary on hit as I thought. And down forward 3's tracking. Ooh, it tracks really well to her left. So this is a really good tracker to her left, while this is a pretty good tracker to her right. So forward 2 covers her right, down forward 3 covers her left. Standing 4 covers both, as does back 3, almost said 4. And forward 4. She has a lot of homing moves, fuck. 3 homing moves? Alright, down forward 3 was... okay, that's the same shit. Next we got down forward 4. Down forward 4, according to this, is a 12 frame poke. So she does have a 12 frame mid poke. Good shit. And like a lot of other ones, solid range on it. +4 on hits. Some tracking to her right. Tracks quite well. Yeah, it's one of those. The track's okay-ish to her right. Sidewalker will beat it out though. Not much to her left. Whoop. Alright. So, always nice to have a good 12 frame mid poke. Only -7. I don't think I need to really test that, but why not? Boom with the jab, and we'll see what 17 frame move exchanges. Yep. And +4 on hits. Is it forward 3? Yep. +4 on hit. Alright, next we got down 4 +1 +2. Oh, that's a juggle starter? It is. Or, wait, is that 4 hits? Okay, that was a combo. If you could combo off of this, I don't know how. But it would be nice because it's only -11. That's the only thing. Oh. That's funny. Tracks. So it's okay to her right, not amazing. It's okay for step. It's pretty slow move and a big whiff though. Can't even test that because it doesn't reach. Oh, it's down 44. So yeah, -10, maybe -11. Doesn't have -11 for me to test that. Same thing. Alright. Down 2. This is that shit right here. That big ass kick. This is a combo on normal hit. I think this used to like be for Oki. It is. It's a lot of damage. Slow though, and it isn't safe. I just noticed that Destruction Stance has a homie move. I did that by accident. +2, +3 for crouch. Turn this off. Alright. Only the first hit. I don't think that breaks floors, but it's pretty good. Let's see the frame data on block. -13. Okay. That's what it says here. I don't have 14. Nope. The first hit is -14, it says. tracking. I don't think it's gonna track much, but it's not one of those kinds of moves. Nope, nothing. Nada. It's that big. Oh, you follow it? Thanks for the follow. I don't have a. Sorry, but I'm like focused on going through the move list. But I appreciate the follow. Thank you. Whoops. And I just lost my window with the freaking frame data. Uh-oh. My computer's going crazy. Shit. Hold on a second. I gotta switch back to monitor mode. I minimized it by accident, I think. There's a few people around. I mean, if anybody has any, there's only 6 people right now, but if anybody has any questions other than what's going on over here with Alisa's nonsense, feel free to ask. I'm gonna change the stage. It was down 2-4. I already went through that. No tracking. Let's go to the floor break.
Get ready for the next battle.
Oh, it has the regular music attached to it? Oh. So that's one thing I wanted to test. That doesn't break the floor. That doesn't break the floor. Wow, what breaks the floor? That breaks the floor, huh? Aw, what a shame. Alright, so we got this. You already know the low doesn't really track. She only has 2 follow-ups, if I'm not mistaken here. 3. 4, okay. Oh, that's safe, huh? That's a neat too. Aha! Alright, so it makes this harder to punish because if you're afraid to commit to ducking because of that mid-knee launcher that you cannot interrupt, you can't really backdash away from this, so you have to block it. So if you don't want to guess, you can just backdash and you'll block the high in the mid and the knee will whiff. Or you can just not get hit by the low in the first place, of course. So this is like negative 10. Maybe negative 11. And you really won't be sidestepping. That low on hit is when you go into the follow-ups like that, it's too many plus frames. Wow, it doesn't have her low, the follow-ups off of that low here. Interesting. So down plus 3 has these follow-ups, but it doesn't show them in her regular move list, it looks like. There's something I'm not forgetting. Any other inputs here? Nope, she's like those are only 4 options. And if she doesn't commit to it, she's at negative 1, it says. Which is hard as fuck to do. Well, it says she's at negative 1 at best. So I'm interrupting her if she doesn't come into the follow-ups. Alright, well, that's that low. I know it doesn't track because it's too slow. Too slow and not a homing move. It's not the kind of move that would track, you can tell. Any of those moves you see that go forward like that, that look linear, they probably are. Down plus 4, this goes to 2. Counter her combo. Down 4 is started to 17 frames. Down 4 by itself is launch punchable, so this is actually a bad low poke. This is one of those where if you try to while standing, yeah, it's negative 5, so it's bad as a low poke. But if you block it, you try to while standing punish it, that's gonna hit you. No juggle on the second hit though. So this is mainly something you use for combos. I want to use it outside of combos. That's just something else going on that I don't know. Yeah, you can't punish it if it, well, you get a launch punish. I don't know. It's probably tracks too, if I were to guess. Messing with the timing. So it tracks okay to her right, but still, want to use it as a low poke. Down +3 +4. Oh, this is a motherfucker right here. That's a combo starter. It homes. She could go into that stance. Combo starter, homing low with a lot of startup. So you gotta see this. If you're fighting against Alisa, you really gotta see this low. And especially, it's annoying because it crouch, it tech jumps. So it's a low crush. It's like 27 frames to start up here. Wow. Any spacing? Supposed to tech jump. And he has a lot of startup. Damn. It's not a very good low crush then. It's just slow. That looks like a better juggle starter than just doing a while standing too. Damage wise, right? That would ground break, right? Yep. Either way it goes, super negative. So kill her on block, and please try to block in a reaction. Next we got down back 2. This has 18 frames to start up apparently. Back 2-2. That's not natural. Another way to go into Bandit Korea stance with a lot of plus frames. Nosebleed. If you don't break that nosebleed stun, that's guaranteed. And she gets something. Basically, if you don't break nosebleed stun, follow-up? I don't know what the follow-up is to that. That's all guaranteed if you don't hold down. What the fuck? Maybe something better if I knew the actual combo out of that, but that's guaranteed, right? Can't block. Right. And then it whiffs if you hold down. Super cheap, yep. Dude, Pikatati, I don't know if you were here earlier, but this is a 14 frame natural combo, safe on block. And as is that, but that's negative 13 on block. So they both appear to be some sort of juggle starters. I don't know if she gets anything other than the fly into the uppercut. Like, I don't know what else she gets. She probably gets a proper juggle. Even if she doesn't, though. That's 58 damage alone for 14 frames with this much range. So, that's still really good. So yeah, down back 2-2. It's pretty good. So hold down on that. On block, it's only negative 7. Alisa's fucking cheap, dude. This character is really good. This cat, and she has a bunch of counter hit strings. What was it? No, that's one of them. But that's a counter hit string. That's a counter hit string. And they're only like negative 10 on block. She's got some good shit, man. One of the best homing moves in the game. That's a counter hit juggle starter. Only negative 5, 13 frame high homing with a lot of range. She's super cheap. Okay, so down back 3. This is all like Brian's. Hers is negative 1 on hits and on counter hit. That different animation there, right? Sort of different animation. Whatever, maybe not different animation. I don't think it's not really noticeable, but it is plus on counter hit, plus 4. And it's only negative 12 on block, not the worst thing in the world. I don't know where her wall standing frames are, so it's hard to really test. Oh yeah, and test the tracking on down back too. Looks like it'll track that. So, ooh, it doesn't track. Yeah, no tracking at all in down back 2. I think down back 3 tracks well though, right? Off the jab, you got okay tracking, so that means the tracking isn't amazing. To her right side, it's pretty weak. And then we got down back forward, knockdown low. I don't know what she gets on normal hit. It's getting me dizzy. So I don't know what it looks like she should get a follow-up, right? Maybe she only gets setups like that. So if you get up wrong, if you time this right, I did it once. There it is. And you get a little combo. Try down for one plus. So off of that, I got it. You know, that doesn't look like a low juggle starter. Oh, okay. Well, it hits in the back when they try to get up, but it's less rewarding than the 4-4-3, and equally difficult to execute because you got to crouch cancel. So yeah, you get that, but why do that when you can just do that shit if you do it good? See? And you get a juggle. Even if you miss the juggle, you get more damage. I suppose if you want to mix up mid and low, does the low hit grounded? So the low hits grounded at least. So that'll cover you if they stay down. Oh no! I'm not chastising you. Sorry, I'm a little tired. So if I sound like I'm like being a dick, sorry. But I'm just saying, like, you know, as an option. Like the low is still good because if they stay down, it'll hit them, but you'll whiff. It'll kick them away, but you'll whiff. So you're probably gonna have to deal with a wake up kick if they stay down and you commit to the follow up. So maybe not so much. Maybe dash up into down 2. Either way it goes, that down back 4 clearly gives good follow-ups. Good Oki. Better than Katarina's. Unless there's something about Katarina's that I missed. The thing is she stays crouching, so to like explore all her options you have to crouch cancel. That's very launch punishable on block, of course, like any other knockdown low. And it didn't really track from what I saw earlier. Yeah, that shit got like no tracking at all. I didn't even know that. How about from back here? Nothing. That's just because she stopped sidestepping. Because it's slow. See the side walk. Yeah, alright, next is back 1. Okay, this is another popular one. That's a special mid, huh? Well, that makes sense. This is a weird string. This is what she's had since day 1. But, I never quite understood the mechanics of this. Can you low parry the head? You can't. this is... Let's go down. How much is this? Negative. Okay, it's pretty negative. So negative 14 to negative 16. But you need range, obviously. Which we have with the 14 frame. So Alisa is a bad matchup for Alisa. But as you can see, it's kind of hard to sidestep the second hit. But it doesn't matter because it whiffs. Ah, but on counter hit. Okay. Does that make back one a good mid poke? Back one by itself. Hello. Yeah, of course I have frame data. Copy. What's going on? A disgustingly normal human. How you doing? Oof, sorry guys, I'm running out of steam here, but what time is it? I wanted to go for a jog. It's only 9:19. I can still go for a late jog if I finish this. Oh, my neck. Okay. But I'm definitely running out of steam here. So this is the back one by itself. It's only -5. I tried to use... Okay, I wanted to... The reason I started streaming so late, I wanted to stream way earlier today. Right? I spent several hours trying to... well, not several hours. I'm making it sound like I spent all fucking day, right? I spent a few hours trying to get it working on my PC version of the game. But the frame rate gets cut in half. It goes like even lower than 30. More than half, right? It got to the point where I was like, alright, if it's under 30, it doesn't matter if I'm doing training mode stuff just for frame data, right? Just to test it. So let me try it. So I was trying it, and then I swear to God, it did like 4 moves, and I was about to throw up. Like, it was nauseating. I'm not very susceptible to that kind of stuff, but looking at this game when it's moving under 30 frames per second, oh my God, dude. I'm still feeling the effects now. I feel like it's the reason I'm a little quoozy right now, man. So they got to do something because it's not my CPU, it's not my computer for sure. It's something about their app. I'm running Windows 7. Rixta is running Windows 10, and he's having the same issue. It's something about that overlay. The moment the overlay is activated, it's causing the game to lag like crazy. I tried window, borderless, and just regular windowed. I tried all that shit. And it wasn't working. So I have to await to see if they fix it with a patch or if somebody finds another fix. I tried messing with several settings too, VSync, several of the graphical settings. I tried different resolutions. I tried all that shit. I really wanted to use it for this rather than RB Norway, but what can you do? Hopefully they get it working. I mean, yeah, it's the first version. I like it. That's one of the things I was most happy about when they announced Tekken 7 on the PC for that kind of shit. The shit that they refused to put into the game. I don't give a fuck about nude mods or shit. Whatever. Give me shit like that. That frame data app, that's good stuff. That it's like, you know, hopefully the guy can get it as good as the Virtual Fighter frame data displayer is. Virtual Fighter shows a window with active frame data at all times. So no matter what angle I hit, people have a hitter on the side, it'll show the differences in frames there. If I hit her in the rear, it'll show differences there, you know? All that good shit. It even shows when something is not a combo, but it's still connected. It'll change the color of the combo, and it'll turn green and be like, you could have teched out of that or some shit. While Tekken doesn't do that at all. Like, it would show like that as a combo or something, or maybe that. Yeah, I mean, well, I don't have a good example here, but it shows stuff that's a combo, it's not. Like, that's not a combo on normal hit. She could have blocked that. On counter hit it is. Now it's a combo. But it still shows up as a combo either way on the left. So yeah, that would be the ideal way. Alright, back to the action here. So I was looking at back one. So back one myself is a solid mid poke. It is +8 to +9. And the reason this exists, it's one of those things that a lot of like noobs and shit, they just throw the string out because it looks funny, whatever, right? And it does give a high reward if you fuck up and get hit. So the whole reason that's there is just as a deterrent to stop people from pressing buttons after this poke. And the reason this poke is good is she recovers crouching. And Alisa has a full crouch mix-up. See, so I'm doing while standing moves after it. She recovers crouching, and on a hit, she's at plus, it says 8 to 9 here. Right? Plus 69. Plus 8, right? So when she's full crouch off of that, you get this low here. And because you have that low from full crouch... Oh, sorry. Yeah, because you have that low from full crouch, you could always threaten people with like mix-ups. Though the low recovers standing. So you could go that, or you go into a mid-launcher, or into the mid-homing move with a free follow-up. I don't know what the follow-up is, but she has something out of that. What's up, Java Style? What frame overlay? Seducier. There's a frame overlay called Tekken Bot for the PC version of the game. I'll give you a link right now. Hold on. Do I still have the link? Here it is. Well, here's a link to the Reddit post where the guy made, or if somebody else can link it, or I'm slow here. Yeah, someone else already linked it. Yeah, check it out. You might have, most people seem to have no problem getting it working. It's just me. I get it working, it's just the frame rate goes to shit. Absolute shit. So, I don't want to be throwing up while I'm playing Tekken. No new mods yet. No, unfortunately, sorry. I'm gonna have to stick to Galburu if you want news. Ah, just hammers. That's a natural combo. So yeah, back plus one's a great move though. Oh yeah, I didn't test the tracking on it. Yeah, there's no tracking on it really. Nope, not at all. Not even on a second hit. Console doesn't have a frame overlay. It's possible because it's a PC. That's why they could edit the file. Well, not edit the files, but they could find the files and use it and make an app that runs on a PC that would detect those files, right? Whatever's outputting, whatever the frame data is, right? So anyway, next we got back 2-1, sorry. Back 2 by itself. It's -12. This is -13. Natural combo and normal hit. Second hit knocks down. That's a juggle starter, huh? Too slow? Nope, that's a juggle starter. Fast. Interesting. And then back to 1. That's a natural combo too. So this is the only safe variation of this move. Back 2-4 on block, but it's high. It's also tail spins. On counter hit. And on juggles. Okay. That floor breaks, obviously. You see that animation that's itself. Hara doesn't like showing frame data for some reason in this game, so this is -7, this is -13, and this is -12 according to this. And it's also negative on hit, so there's no real reason to do the first hit alone unless you're trying to bait for counter hit, which is obvious. Yeah, 14 frame. Ooh, I got another host. Thank you, Nick2003. Very much. I'm not used to that sound. So this is only -13. I got nothing for it otherwise. The first hit is only -12, right? So let's test that. Yep. Alright. -12 on the first hit. Can it be delayed? It sure can, which makes that counter hit bait pretty good. If I don't delay it, let's see if we can sidestep. Nope. Okay, no. Okay, you can delay that, but exchange for the 13th frame. Interesting. Alright. Nobody will be swinging at that effective stuff. Okay. So no, there's no gap at all. Okay, that's an alright string, not amazing. Alright, so next we got back 3. Okay, that's a good high crush homing move, right? Looks like it. She ducks, so it might not be a proper high crush, but oh no, it's definitely a high crush. And this is safe on block. High crush, mid homing, safe on block. Fucking A. And wall splats, right? Yeah. Up close at least. If you send them into the wall from far away, they slump before you can combo. Though in that case, maybe you could get the down 2-4 at the wall. I don't know. Do I need channel help command? Huh? I don't think I've ever used any of that. Hard doesn't need new mobs. He already has all the pictures he needs. He has the new models. Back 3. Back 4. Back 4, 3. Oops. That's back 3 plus 4. There it is. That's natural combo on normal, huh? Can't delay it. And I know this neon counter hit. Oops. Starts juggles, right? I can't even tell what that is, Java. Back 4, 3. Okay, this goes into destruction stage 2. I'm so glad it took away that juggle. Not that that move was like that great in the first place, but fuck. Makes you less afraid to challenge the second hit. Alright, so we got back 4 bites sucks, unsafe, -13. I'm wondering if you could interrupt because of that delay in the hits. But fuck. It's 2-4 natural, it sure is. See? It's her 12 frame Punisher. Cannot interrupt. Okay. What's her armor? Yeah, so -10. It says -11 here though, so if you got -11, that's that, but it seems like I have it, so -10 it is. Yeah, I know. I just want to see if I can arm between the hits, but oh, right in back forward. That's a weird input. Not enough. Oh, that's an annoying move. So back 4-3 is negative 11 regardless of if she goes into stance or not, but on hit, it's +6. Yeah, see, the +6 force crouch. So maybe don't, if that hits you, don't really challenge her with any buttons. You're gonna get counter hit all day. And then back 4 by itself, negative 13. Let's test the tracking. I didn't think so. There it is. Yeah, negative 13, huh? +3/+4 is next. So here goes, this fucking move, right? So this move's been around since day 1, and a lot of people have trouble because it's fucking safe on block, right? The way to beat it is to say that it's always been, right? Although, depending on your character, you might not have any real good options. So this is actually plus on block. I don't know if it always was plus on block, but it is here, right? Fucked up. Why would you make a move like this just to be such a good scrub killer, you know? Yeah, that's just plus on block, right? So the whole thing is you're supposed to go like that and get behind her or whatever and do whatever the fuck, right? Whatever the hell you want to do to her rear. Whatever you want to do to her rear, you can do it, right? And then, so the thing about this string is this is also a launcher, right? See? Even if she just does the first hit. As a matter of fact, now it's the only way to launch her, unless it's a floor break. But if she only does the first hit, it's launch punishable. Right. So then it becomes, is she gonna do the second hit or not? Because if she does the second hit, let's record this again. Yeah. You're not gonna get a full juggle, so you want to get a way to convert it. Honestly, it seems like down forward 2 is what you do for her. Just do down forward 2 and convert off of it. Before, like I would say, oh, do like a neutral jump 4, but she doesn't have that. She doesn't, like a lot of the females do not have the delayed hop kick as a launcher. See, it knocks them away. Because if she did have that as a launcher, she would get the flip. See. Now you could just, and then whatever the follow-up is. And that's how you punish that stupid move. And it's better to do the block version, even though you might want to get greedy and then sidestep and run to her back. It's better to do the other version for when people only do the first hit, because that's the way it's going to be used more often. And by the way, so I mentioned earlier how this was one of those moves that crushes faster than a hop kick. So is this. To show it, what was my example? Jab on hit instead of down back free. Right? See, no hop kick. Right? 1+2 works, so right? And so is that. Not quite enough for that though. How about this? Okay, so she's not standing, so she can't do it. Alright, interesting. I wouldn't assess it off of that. This is probably one of the few female characters I can see myself learning, to be honest. Well, she's popular. I hate... She has a great moveset. She's clearly a solid character. But I hate everything else about her. I hate a lot about this character. This fucking stupid character. Whatever. If you want to use her, more power to you, right? I'm not a fan. Back plus 2 plus 3. Yes, sir. Unblockable. Give her the head. No, she threw it. Alright, next we got back turn 3 plus 4. That's the back flip, right? This is plus on block. Oh, that's unique. You know what now? How do I set her up back turn so I can test? Oh, this is weird. Off of for record, I don't know if this is gonna work. See? This is the problem. I can't record it as that way. I have to manually put her into back turn. I don't know how to do it though. Fuck. Anybody know how to put her back turn? How the hell did I put her back turn? I gave her all these unique back turn moves, but I don't know how to put her back turn. That'll work. Let's see. Record that actually. What? Like that. That's a bad way to challenge that. Alright, so just best try to make it with. I've seen people spam that shit when they're back turn, but man. So that's plus 2 to plus 4 on block forces crouch. And knocks down on hit, obviously. Ton of startup, but she's super high in the air, so you can't really freaking swing at her. If you block one, if she does another one, she's gonna hit you. So make it whiff and launch her. Alright, up, back, plus 3, plus 4. Oh, wait, there's one more. Let me test one more. Backdash. Okay, good. Backdash should be your best bet. You might not want to commit to a side step after blocking that. Something else from back turn will hit you. We'll change stage again. I forgot what I set the music to in this.
Get ready for the next battle.
Oh, there it is. So this doesn't hit you. Weird move. That's a launcher. Okay, that's a launcher. A proper juggle starter. Negative 14 and negative 13. This song's tight. Zero tracking. Negative 14, there you have it. Okay, we commit to a 1-2 and she sneaks around you. You're gonna get launched. I have some custom music on right now, so I'm not gonna go any of that shit right now. Alright, so she can also do this from back, and obviously not that there's any reason to, because she's gonna go the other way. But she can do that. Now she has this fucking strength. So you can input it as up, up back, or up forward, but it's the same jump, regardless of what you input it. Alright? So the up by itself, the up forward 3. It's negative 57. Whatever. You're gonna want to do the second hit. It's block punishable now. I feel like this wasn't block punishable before. I might be wrong, but. So if you're holding back, you get a worse punish. You want to neutral block this, and you'll actually be negative 14. You'll actually make her negative 14 if you neutral block. If you don't hold back. The delay is crazy though, for you to actually get a punish. If you hold back though, it's not gonna get the 14 frame punish. See? Nothing. You gotta like nothing and then you input it. And, nope. There it is. Either way it goes, the actual thing you want to do here is sidewalk it, I think, right? Oh no, you can't anymore? You used to be able to. Uh-huh. Oh, there it is. So maybe just block punish that now. It's kind of hard to sidewalk, and it's a big hit to take if you don't sidewalk it in time. But that second hit is 30 damage if you fuck up your sidewalk. It's a lot of damage. It's a good juggle ender. It's a good wall combo too, I think. Yeah, I think it's a pretty good juggle ender. It might floor break. I'm not sure. Edge looks kind of cool. Oh, she has that too, huh? Interesting. Thank you, Broadway. Is that even on the list here? It is, okay. It is on the list. Unfortunately, she's at negative, so there's no reason to use this. Oh, I just noticed something. It is a nosebleed stun. So if you hold down, not only will you lessen the damage, it looks like. Let's see, look. Yeah, it takes away like past my gamer tag up there, right? Now it takes away barely past it, like right at the end of the Z. And she ends up all fucked up in this situation, so you can actually get up. I don't know if she gets any good Oki. Oh, maybe she does. It's gotta be worse than that, because she's like too far away to really capitalize. So you can lessen the damage by holding down, and you could fuck up her, probably fuck up her Oki, possibly, not 100%. So the fly is negative. Alright, that was the fastest move. Ooh, not negative enough. Oh, no, wait. That's weird. So the spacing fucks up the fly. And if I can interrupt that, we already tested before. That's the fastest option. If I can interrupt that, then I can interrupt all of her options. And that fucks it up too, of course. So she could go into chainsaws if you hold forward 3+4. Oh, you don't hold. You gotta input it, not hold it. You gotta mash it. There you go. Can make it like 50-50. No. If I hold down, she can't do shit. Well, she'll slide. I mean, at that point, you might as well do that. I'm sorry, not that. You might as well do the built-in follow-up. There's no way to make that a 50-50 because I could fuck up the nosebleed stun. As long as I can fuck up the nosebleed stun, right? And then it becomes like. Just like before. It's kind of annoying to execute this. Fly, damn you! Signs up so late. I'm avoiding getting hit by all of them. There's no mix-up there. If you, especially up for that, you can react to that all day. As long as you time your sidestep properly and then cancel a block. The only thing you can risk doing if you have a bad sidestep is getting hit by those 2 punches, which even on counter hit will not give her a launch. The launch is a huge whiff. Also, the launch doesn't track. I'm also standing in front of her point blank, so she gets the full frame advantage. Keep that in mind too. And then the chainsaw options are even slower. I tested that before, and there's no low out of the chainsaws. So I tested this before. It's just like the other stance. Just like, well, it's the same stance, but it's just like the other transition. Except you also have the nosebleed option to fall on the floor. So even on hit, I don't. You can minimize the risks. Like even if you don't want to like just sidestep cancel, just sidestep and eat the punches. Cause like so fucking what? What else is she gonna do after the punches? You know? Don't buy into the. Don't buy into that versus this. Don't buy into that. That's not a mix up you have to buy into. Same thing here. If she stops short, she's committing to these, she's like pausing and shit. So it's causing too much of a delay to add any tracking. So like if I do any of this. I have to go to the fly. Alright, whoops. So this is my track. No, don't. Okay, the sidewalk maybe? That tracks really well to her, right? Once again, sidestep into a block. Alright. Weird, she makes a sound, but she doesn't do the follow-ups. That's weird. Alright, well, anyway, get the idea. She has a ton of options, but because of the heavy delays, excuse me, I got loud there. There's a ton of options because of the heavy delays or the 9+ frames on hit. She can't really do much. I'm still gonna do it. I'm gonna do it late when there's no sun. Better because it's too fucking hot over here. I know Aris is live. So anyway, that's the up forward 3 series. I'm almost done here. It's only like forward moves and while standing, which she has. Wow, what the fuck? Oh man. Oh shit. I take that back. I might have to make this a two-parter. What the fuck? I was not expecting all of this. Yeah, I might have to make this one a two-parter, guys. Let's see. What do I have? So I got a full 4-4. And then... stop. And then we'll end it there. And then we'll go into the full 4 moves next time. That's a cool back throw. Alright. I will say this. Last time I did Josie, and then I played her against somebody online, and I liked what I saw. I just didn't like her mid pokes, her lack of mid pokes, I should say. She has to commit to her string, basically. She has mid pokes, but she has to commit to her strings or her stance. Alisa seems like she seems like a kind of character I could take versus people pretty fast too, and just like keep a couple things basic and at least maybe do okay. So I might take them both online soon. And then the next character, well, part 2 is gonna be next time is gonna be Lisa part 2, and then I'm gonna do Asuka next. Oscar Kazama. Anyway, up 4-4-4. They made this worse on block, right? No, they didn't. I'm sorry. Oh, I feel like they did. Was this always -13 on block? Well, it says -13 here, but there's one thing that this move used to have, a big weakness, that nobody was ever able to do during a match, really. Let's see if it's still here. If it is, I don't think it is. Doesn't look like it is. Seems like they fixed it, or buffed it, I guess. You used to be able to sidestep that second hit on launcher. Like, even Marduk was able to do it. Yep, they took that away. You gotta block punish it. So it is -13 on block. I don't know if her while standing 1 is 13 frames, but it is hitting her as a punish. Why is she so loud? I don't know. Is the game loud? It's like crushing atoms. Okay. There's some bootleg tracking on her hop kick. Definitely one of those. You want to time it right. Alright, a 4-4-4. A 4-4 by itself is launch punch, but also there's no reason to do a 4-4 by itself, is there? No, you don't get the launch. You need the second hit. And there's no hit confirming this. You have to, if you want the combo, you gotta do both hits. And there's this weird ass stomp. For some reason I used to think this was a low. This is 0 on block. 0 to +1. It's gonna be hard to do. Did I not record? I didn't record. 0 on block. Hey, Lancelot, you came back just in time for me to say I'm gonna call it for now and make this a part 1 out of part 2. Cause I gotta go out for a jog and it's like 9:30. Oh, it's 10. Alright. So, yeah, I'm ending here because the next on the list is we got forward moves, and we got while standing moves. A lot of them. Full crouch, 2 unique full crouch moves, some sidestep moves, back turn, opponent grounded moves, special taunts apparently. Down back 1, down. Oh, the moves added for stances too, and there's a lot of them. It looks like there's like 30, maybe even 40 stance moves here. So, got a lot to cover. It's mainly because of her stance stuff. There's a lot more options than I thought from the stances, apparently. Although I was only testing the initial hit. I don't have to test the full strength to know, oh, I can get around this, you know, for the most part. But now we'll see what those stances are actually about when I get to them next time. Not now, but next time we'll see. Alright. Everybody, I hope you learned something. I sure did. I learned quite a bit, actually, about this character. And I don't know how much of this shit she had before, but she seems like a real nasty character, I'll tell you that much. She seems like, I'm not gonna say like, oh, she's top tier, but she has a lot of really good shit. Like maybe upper mid-tier kind of character, you know? I don't know where she is in the tier list these days, but she seems like she's got good shit, that's what I'm saying. Alright? So, until next time, which will probably be, maybe not tomorrow, but Sunday. It might be tomorrow, but, you know, I'll commit to Sunday, because tomorrow I hang out with friends usually, and if I do stream tomorrow, it'll be something else. It's Persona 5 maybe, so I don't know if anybody's interested in that. I don't care about 0 views, I'm finishing Persona 5 now. But Sunday, I'm committing to it now, guys. Sunday, Alisa Part 2. We'll continue on learning. Have a good night, everybody. Peace. All that good stuff.